Gundyr was a prisoner, but he believed that he could change his fate, become a champion, and link the first flame once more. He trained and fought, and once he bloomed into a champion, he went on to fulfill his destiny. However, he was late to the festivities. Once Gundyr reached his destination, he was greeted by a shrine without fire and a bell that would not toll. His firekeeper and the blacksmith were nowhere to be found. There was a shrine handmade to greet him, but nothing more.
Well, thou'rt exceeding lost indeed. What can this old handmaid provide thee?
Someone brought forth the Age of Dark before Gundyr got to the shrine. As Gundyr sat there lost, confused, depressed, he was confronted by a warrior. He was confronted by an Ashen One. The Ashen One came to Gundyr's realm using a passage built by the consumed king, and he would be the one to seal the champion's fate. Gundyr and the Ashen battled. Gundyr was bested by the Ashen. Gundyr became undead. A morbid thought hit Gundyr. How could he be a worthy champion and link the flame if he was beaten by a passing warrior? Right then and there he could have hollowed, just like so many who lost their resolve. He could have, but he didn't, because he found a novel purpose. Gundyr would be the judge of those who wanted passage to the shrine. He would decide who would be worthy of dictating the next age. And so Gundyr took the coiled sword and pierced his own chest, which put him in the deepest sleep. He would stay dormant until a new contender would come by, remove the sword from Gundyr's chest, and then be tested by the Udex. Gundyr became a judge, and the sheath to a coiled sword, in hopes that someday the first flame would be linked once more. Perhaps Gundyr became the stone, and the coiled sword became Excalibur. Time passed. Champions would come. One after next, they would rip the coiled sword out of Gundyr's chest. The Udex would wake up and test them. Most challengers would lose. But sometimes a contender would beat Udex Gundyr, thus gaining access to the shrine. Meanwhile, what happened to the Udex? Like all undead, he would of course awaken by his bonfire. While the new champion or Ashen One adventured and tried to bring the lords back to their thrones, Gundyr would go about his business. He would revisit places he once saw. He would discover new locations. He'd visit some old friends and discuss whether it's better to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort. And once the Ashen One, or Chosen, completed all their quests, and through the Firekeeper brought forth either the Age of Light or Darkness, Gundyr would go back to his bonfire. Before he'd go back to his slumber, Gundyr would wonder what it's like to see prosperity, the Age of Light, or even dark. He'd wonder what it is to live. He'd wonder for a moment, and then he'd pierce his chest and go right back to sleep. It was his fate to be a prisoner, a fate he thought he could avoid. But even though the flow of time itself is convoluted, no one escapes predestination.